Yes, it is on. Break It Down Production presents Miss Daybreak's Pick Up Your Crown podcast. What up? What it do? How you do? Well, your mama and them, I hope they're doing just fine. That is right. This is my first episode with the podcast. Once again, it is called Pick Up Your Crown. And don't worry, I'm going to explain a little bit of that to you. But first and foremost, let me introduce myself to you once again. I go by Miss Daybreak. I am your spirit cheerleader. I am the comedic one. I am the loving one. I am your motivator. I am the innovator of this podcast. And once again, this is my first podcast, so I'm very excited that you came to join me on this ride, on this adventure. Hear me? All right. We're going to have a good time on this podcast. Once again, I'm here to motivate you. In the name of the podcast, we call it Pick Up Your Crown. Now, some of you are wondering, what does pick up your crown mean? It's just that, my kings and queens. That's what you are. You are a king. You are a queen. And due to certain circumstances, situations, people, things in our life, we found it necessary to have released our crown or placed it down or lost our crown or get it taken off of our head. And we started representing as such as that being that should not rise up. So what this podcast is about is trying to help you rise, my king and queen, to put that crown on your head and don't adjust it for nobody going forward after 2022 and beyond. Now, once again, what I mean by that is that a lot of times, certain situations, my crown was taken off of me when I was a young girl, okay? I wasn't treated like a princess by my father. My father was absent in my life, which is all good. You know, we all go through that sometimes. But what had occurred was that I did not learn what it is to be a princess or what it is to hold myself accordingly. You know what I mean? And when I found that out, I found it out later in life, that as I went on through life, I started changing myself for the situation, doing things that I did not want to do to please others, downing myself down just to make others feel bigger. I did a lot of things that were not within my character as a queen. All right. So that's a little bit what I want to discuss and bring to your attention. Now, this first episode, we're going to have a good time. Like you heard my song, that's my boys, on and on and on, on and on and on. Check it out to the break of dawn. And that's my name. I'm Dawn Simmons, born and raised in upstate New York. I think you heard it when I said Dawn. Down south, let me tell you what, they pronounce my name Don. I've never heard it before, like Donald Duck. But hey, you know, to each his own, but I wear my crown as Dawn. Once again, born and raised in upstate New York by a single mother, the beautiful queen herself, and an older brother who had to jump up to be a father figure, had to be an older brother, had to be a man in the house. So I thank him too for, stepping up to do that. But then again, he too had to take his crown off, because he had to jump into a situation from being a young boy into becoming a young man just like that. Quick, fast, in a hurry, quick, fast, in a hurry. And sometimes we just need to check ourselves, because life can definitely wreck us, okay? So, the situation for today that we're going to discuss about how you're going to go about picking up your crown. And it's just pick up your crown one-on-one. Stop looking, listen to yourself, your heart, your mind, your body, and soul. Know what it is that you want in life. Know where it is that you want to go. Plan. Set a purpose in your life, which God has given us all gifts. And we all have a purpose in this life. We all belong here. And there's a time where you just have to realize, you know what? I belong here too. And I've got a purpose here. And you got to find out what that is. Okay? Hopefully going through this podcast, I can help to open up some doors, open up your mind to stretch it a little bit so you can find out exactly what that purpose is, or, just to find out those little things. I had to. I definitely had to. I ain't going to tell you my age because it's not your business. But I'm up there. I'm older. I'm not up there. I'm just older. I'm maturer. Okay? Oh, FYI disclaimer. In this podcast, you're going to hear some words that may not be in the dictionary, but it's in my vocabulary. You get it? Not in the dictionary, but it's in my vocabulary. And you'll know exactly what I mean. You just keep it moving and keep it pushing. And you just keep praying for me that Miss Daybreak works it out or finds a way to get that word in the dictionary. Okay. But the thing is, what it is in life is that God has given us all a life, and we all have one life to live. And you have to live it to the best of your ability, not anybody else's or anybody else's dream, by your own dream. I found out as a young kid that we found ourselves sitting. I used to sit and look outside my window and just try to find a falling star or just talk to the sky and be like, hey, I wish. And those were your dreams. Those were your aspirations. That's where you wanted to go in life. And God was listening. And he found ways to throw little seeds at you, throw little hints at you, throw little clues at you to let you know what was going to occur. I wanted to be an entertainer because I found a way to make people laugh. I love music. I just love being around people with my community and just making them happy. And I think that's also why my crown fell off a few times, is because I felt that with them me adjusting myself to make them smile, to make them change their outlook on life. I guess sometimes I needed to adjust my crown so that this way they can find some sort of happiness some way, somehow. But I realized that, you know what, I didn't really drop my crown or adjust my crown. My crown was there. I was just showing my true queendomness. That's a word, okay? Queendomness to the people out there, because just to let them know, hi, you're not alone. Don't worry, be happy. It's gonna be okay. But you know what? As we get older and we're dealing with mental health in this season, I mean, mental health has always been there, but now we're finding platforms to really be able to speak about it, talk about it, and address it. People are really saying, hey, I got an issue. I got a problem. And what we're finding out is saying it's okay is not really working out anymore. Oh, it's going to be all right. Oh, don't worry, tomorrow's a brighter day. Which all those statements are true. But depending on the individual and depending on where their crown is in their life, they might need some adjustment. Because I found out earlier in this year that okay was not okay. You know what I mean? There is a moment where, it's okay, but it's not okay. What's happening is not okay. I'm okay with the fact that it's here and I have to address it. But it's not okay that it's here and I got to address it. Know what I mean? Okay. So with this podcast, and I do hope that you return back for more episodes as we get it going, that we can at least come to an understanding what it is that's deep inside of us and what we need to do to actually adjust our crown to really make it okay. You know what I mean? Like being unemployed, hey, that ain't cool. But hey, it's okay. We've been there, done that. Maybe some of us haven't been there, done that. But then you got to realize, what am I going to do now? Know what I mean? Know what I mean? All right. So, back to the introduction of who I am. Once again, born and raised in upstate New York. Graduated high school. I was an overweight kid. An overweight lover in the house. What'd you say? Yes, I was an overweight kid. I can honestly say I was hitting like 200 as a freshman in high school. Some of my family used to call me Big Little Donnie, Bubble Butt, the whole 9 yards and everything. And without truly showing it, my feelings were hurt. Of course, they were hurt. But I found ways to make jokes about it because they gave me hugs with that. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody said it out of context, there was always somebody there to straighten them up. Oh, don't say that. That's not cool. Or when it's in a joking way, I could joke back and say something, bad about their imperfections. No, man, so So that was a great thing. I honestly could say I had a great life growing up. Again, my father wasn't there. That nigga was right around the corner. My bad, I'm going to bleep that out later. But that bro was right around the corner, but wasn't a good father, honestly. Um, he tried, and I got to give it up for him. I have to thank him for it. I have to be okay with the fact that he tried. Some of us try a lot of things in life and we don't succeed at it. You know, he tried at life and he lived the life the best that he knew how and what was presented to him. So, I mean, I understand it now. Back then I didn't, but it was all good in the hood because I had a lot of good male figures in my life. I didn't have to deal with any abuses in my life. But I know a lot of people have. But I'm thankful to God that I did not have to deal with things of that nature, that I did have a good solid foundation to grow up around. We did have the broken relationships with my mom with the divorce, so we did have some brokenness, but not too bad where I can honestly say that, you know, God definitely had a plan for my life during then, so that this way I could sit here now and speak about him now in a more positive manner. Again, I know a lot of people have gone through a lot of things in life, abuse of that nature. Hey, I was a drug abuser. So I think we've all gone through some sort of form of abuse in our lives, that a lot of us have overcome and are now going through it. So, again, I just hope I'm here to help you to get through those moments and such. Well, this podcast ain't going to be but about 25 minutes long or so. We ain't going to make it long, all depending on the subject or the matter at hand. I do want to at least give you some outlets on how to, get your mind right, get your body right, get everything right in your life. But FYI, I want to let you know everything ain't going to be right. Everything is not going to be right. Once you realize that everything will not be right, then I think you can move on a little bit more. You know what I mean? I also want you to realize that there is at least 99% of life out there that you can truly enjoy. And that 1% that gets you all wound up, we could work through that. Okay? All right. I was into music, loved music. I went into the military. I went into it the bad way. I ain't going to tell you how, but I lost the weight enough to go into the military. I was in it for 4 years. Was in Desert Storm, so I am a veteran. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. That was an experience within itself. It was a great experience. I do recommend it for a lot of people. I will not down our military because since it's a entity that is out there, it does need to be fulfilled with more people. But I do need the new blood that do jump into the military. Needs to help to elevate it to higher heights, to at least be there to take care of our borders, but not to well, put it like this, I just hate that we have to lose a lot of our own with the military, because that's one job that you would like to go into, because I loved it. I really enjoyed it. I knew that I was going to help defend my country, my family, something that I was truly proud of. I'm in the middle of the Red Sea doing mine watches, and that was a trip, you know, thinking there might have been a moment that I might not have came home, but I was willing to make that sacrifice. But some of us young people, I mean, a lot of young people, 18, 19, 20-year-old, 21-year-olds, have lost their lives due to the military, due to, I think, greediness of this world. And we ain't got to talk about that. That's another podcast. Y'all can find that one on your own. Oh, God. Oh, God. But after the military, I came and I did a little bit of traveling in the United States. I found my residency in Miami, Florida. I also found residency back up in New York and also in Los Angeles, California. I got some stories for you, but again, that might be another podcast for another time, where you get yourself a glass of wine or get a drink and just sit back and just bug out on the things that I could tell you. But kings and queens, I'm here for you. Once again, I'm here to let you know, pick up your crown. No matter the situation, Because you know what, as a king and a queen right now, like the Queen Elizabeth, I know when she goes to the bathroom or goes to take a shower, she might not wear her crown at all times, but guess what? She's a queen at all times. And another thing, queen, another thing, king, if a king or a queen come into your home, do you get off your throne so they can sit on it? Nah, they do not. So I want you to learn to address yourself as a king, as a queen. Pick up that crown, put it on your head. Don't adjust it for nobody. Don't even adjust it for yourself. Because I think when you start making decisions in your life, you'll start realizing that you are royalty and you deserve the best things in life. You deserve the best things that crown is whatever is underneath that crown, which is you, your full bodiness, you. You need to learn to love yourself even the more. Yeah, that's my word. I told you there's going to be some words up in here. But that's what this podcast is all about. I'm not going to hold you anyway longer. I'm going to let you listen to a little bit of music, get your mind right. And that's what it is. You need to learn to set that atmosphere to be conducive for greatness. Because greatness is in you. I ain't got to see you to know that there's greatness there. I ain't got to see you to know that there's victory around the corner for you. I ain't got to see you to know that, guess what? You are a king and you are a queen. And it's just time for you to get up and move as such. Know what I mean? All right. Once again, I go by Miss Daybreak. I am your spirit cheerleader. I am here for you. I am my brother and my sister's keeper. Rise up. Arise, oh great one. I see you out there, but God sees you too. So, before we go, I want you to take a moment to look into that mirror of yours and start asking this one question, and we'll address it on the next podcast. And it goes a little something like this. Hey, you all right? What is it that you want? And I want you to take a second and be able to answer yourself back truthfully and honestly. Yeah? I, King and my Queen, I see you. These podcasts, keep a lookout for you. I'm trying to get a good understanding of when I'm going to broadcast it. I was hoping to do it every day, but I don't think I'll have the opportunity to do it every day. But I'm going to run with it accordingly. But keep your eye out. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. You'll find me on Facebook as Miss Daybreak, and Daybreak is in quotes. And then you'll also find me on Instagram and Twitter as Miss Daybreak69. If you have any questions or concerns or want to get at me, hey, jump on my website. It's www.missdaybreak.com. And also, if you want to reach out to me by email, you could reach at me at missdaybreak69@gmail.com. Let's have a conversation. Let me know you're listening. Let me know your ideas. Let me know your thoughts. And hey, if you just need somebody to be your spirit cheerleader, here I am. All right? So don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing. Because I'll be standing here. God will be standing here. And I look forward to seeing you stand here as well. One love, peace and love. I'll see y'all later.
Everybody's got a thing, but some don't know how to handle it. Always reaching out in vain, just taking the things not worth having. But don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing, mama. 'Cause I'll be standing on the side when you check it out. They say your style of life's a drag and that you must go other places. Just don't you feel too bad when you get fooled by smiling faces. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry.